Hope you're doing well today, because we're gonna read some Reddit. I thought of that earlier and I'm like, I'm gonna say that. Anyways, Subadoodle Gang, welcome back to another video. I was about to say episode of what? Welcome back to another video of I Didn't Ask for Yappuccino, featuring your host, Yash. For today's video, I was in the mood today to film. Why do I keep saying today? I was in the mood today to film. Oh my gosh. I was in the mood to film a Reddit video again because I just want to read about what other people have to say. I want to delve into am I the, and it may or may not have to do with the fact that I'm feeling a little bit antsy because I have to start college in like less than a week, less than 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I hope I'm not being too loud with the microphone too. Hopefully not. Hopefully we're okay. But yeah, I just want to kind of distract myself slightly from that coming up by reading some Reddit and filming a video. So let's get into that. I'm only going to read 2 confessions. Would it be confessions or would it be 2 responses from Reddit? I don't think any of these have had comments yet. Oh, they do. Never mind. It's like the auto-generated comment. I'm going to read them, we're going to dissect them, we're going to get into them, and I'm going to give my 2 cents, if that's the correct word to say it. Like 2 cents means like my opinion, my little takeaway, right? Anyways, let's get into it. I pulled it up on my laptop, I mean. Let's get into it. And sorry. Why do I keep saying sorry? I'm sorry if I stutter when I read. I'm trying to get better at like communicating during with the camera. I'm trying to get better at speaking with the camera on because for some reason I'm a little shy and I get a little nervous for some reason. So I'm trying to get better. Trying to get better. All right, this one. I'll put a picture up. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to cater to a mutual friend during my girlfriend and I's plans? So for context, my friend, who I'll refer to as S, is friends with my girlfriend. We've all been friends for around the same amount of time, and fairly good friends at that. I asked out my girlfriend about a month ago, and so far, so good between us. However, S hasn't been as receptive. He's been cold, distant, and almost mean towards me, while worshipping the ground my girlfriend walks on. I figured he was just adjusting and gave him some time. Things seemed to be going better, until our first hiccup. I'd asked my girlfriend on a date on Sunday once she got back from a movie with friends, and she'd accepted. A day after that, S was upset when he found out, and I hadn't told him. I initially didn't think much of it, but he brought it up again. We ended up having a talk where I brought up that I didn't think I needed to clue him in to it. Is that a saying? I've never heard of it. No, that says clue. To clue him into it, and that if I made plans with my girlfriend, I shouldn't have to run them by him to make sure it was okay. Completely valid. I agree with him. This S friend is being a little too nosy. His reasoning was that we've been a trio for so long that I was completely reasonable to ask to be clued into what's happening. The resolution was a good compromise in my eyes. If I made plans, I'd let him know, and he would try to guilt trip me out of them. Problem solved, right? Well, this morning I found out I'm both off work tomorrow and I'd have my place to myself. Perfect time for a second date. As my girlfriend, she said yes. I let S know and he instantly asked if I can change days. He explains it's the 1-year anniversary. I'm not sure what word to use besides that since his childhood dog died. He wants us both there to comfort him. I explained my situation, but he's still asking or saying that if it's too big of a deal, we can just leave him alone. I haven't said anything back yet, but I don't really know what to say. I want to tell him that this is exactly why I was talking about by guilt trip, but I think that may be too insensitive given the context matter. I will add, we both have other friends outside of each other and a mutual friend group that includes the 3 of us. It doesn't have to be me and my girlfriend there, so am I the a-hole here? Automatically no. Just from the consensus of like whatever. I'm sorry if like I stuttered a lot and was like kind of speaking robotically. You know, when you have that pressure, you're just kind of like, ooh, ooh, ah. You know what I mean? Oh, like that. So, let's break this down. Let's dissect. So, I think it's very strange that if, like, two people are a couple, I understand if it's, like, a trio. I don't know how the dynamics work, if you guys are really good friends that way. But when you become a couple with someone, it's completely normal for you to spend time with them. And you don't necessarily have to notify, let's say, the third wheel, which I'm assuming is this S friend because they're like a trio, about simply everything that occurs in the relationship. Like, that is not necessary whatsoever, because your plans with you and your girlfriend are your plans, and you don't have to tell them each time. You know, I understand that some friends, it's like why couldn't you just tell me so I knew? You know what I mean? It's still very strange how this S friend keeps trying to butt in to what happens, and this person, user, also mentioned that, you know, they haven't been, like, S hasn't been as receptive. He's been cold, distant, and almost mean towards me. While on the latter, he's very welcoming and friendly with the girlfriend. That's automatically a red flag that maybe he's into her, and he's trying to butt into what's happening between you as a couple with them to, like, maybe sway how she feels, break you guys apart. You know, it's like that kind of vibe. And I understand, like, their dog passing away is, like, a huge thing, and that's really upsetting. But using that as a way for being like, oh, I need you guys to comfort me, it's been a year, instead of, like, doing the plans that this person wanted to do with their girlfriend, is very, like, too convenient. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so the moment, let's say I'm this user, the moment me and my girlfriend want to go on a date, suddenly it's your late dog's anniversary, and we need to come for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's very guilt tripping, as this user has said, but I definitely do not think they are the a-hole in this situation, and I definitely think that perhaps maybe conversing with this S-friend and calling them out on their behavior is what's best to be done to move forward from the situation. And, you know, like, see how these are, like, two instances where it's like, already the S-friend doesn't like it that they're not notifying the other person about their plans with their girlfriend, which is already strange, and then the dog thing. It's a very, you know, finicky situation, but I would say to move forward with it in that way, if that makes sense. Moving on, let's go to another one. I feel like I may or may not have rambled for that one, but hopefully I got my point across, and hopefully you agree with me, but if you don't, let me know in the comments below. So for this one, am I the a-hole for being mad at my friend for ditching me? By the way, these don't have comments, it has a judgment bot. Yeah, I don't know, it's saying, like, for the other one it said, your post has been removed due to your title asking for judgment on your emotions. But isn't that what am I the a-hole posts are? I don't get it. Yeah, this post has contest mode enabled. Watch post new comments cannot be posted. I'm confused. I don't know why it's like that, but I feel like what they said is completely valid for am I the a-hole, you know, subreddit. I don't know what a subreddit is, but, you know. Moving on to the next one. Am I the a-hole for being mad at my friend for ditching me? So I met this friend 7 years ago. We are really close. We always dreamed of getting married, and when she got engaged, she asked me to be her maid of honor. Last year, she had a baby and ditched everyone. Didn't want to hang out, didn't pick up the phone, didn't invite us over, etc. I got engaged and invited as a bridesmaid. Oh, and invited as her oh my gosh, my bad. I got engaged and invited her as a bridesmaid. I scheduled my bachelorette party for August 29th, going to Madrid for 3 days. Not Madrid, Madrid, I should say it like that. Madrid, going to Madrid for 3 days. The friend would only go for 2 of those days. Yeah, everyone was on board and booked vacations for the trip. Booked a house with 4 bedrooms because this friend and my maid of honor both asked for a room alone, which was okay by me. I'm a little confused. So today, this friend texts me saying her son has an ear infection and she won't be able to make the trip. I called her insensitive and a bad word. I understand the situation, but the kid is always sick, and I picked a house close to the airport to help my friend to lose the least amount of time on this trip. She's already assuming her kid won't feel better on 2 days. Am I the a-hole or worse, being a bridezilla? I kind of don't understand what has been written, but I feel like already saying that she's insensitive and for not being able to show up to the wedding is already enough of me to conclude that this person is actually an a-hole, because when it comes to a mother and their kid, that's their number one priority. No offense, you are their very good friend for 7 years, but a mother and kid, that bond is unshakable. You know what I mean? Like, this is her kid, this is her kin, but you know what I mean? Like, they have a bond that cannot be, like, their bond is just so, like, immersive, you know? And as a mother, if this kid is always sick, she's gonna pay attention to them even. Okay. So she's gonna pay attention. Oh, it's her son. She's gonna pay attention to her son, a lot more, especially since he's sick and he has an ear infection. That shouldn't be taken lightly. That's a really big thing. So saying that she's insensitive, won't be able to make the trip because she's having a medical issue is, that's definitely very rude. And I would say that in this situation, you are the a-hole for doing such a thing. I understand that you guys may have fallen out, and that's may or may not have made you skeptical about the situation because you're like, okay, like, maybe she just doesn't want to be friends with me. I don't know. I feel like I need to reread this, and then I'll come back. Give me a sec. I reread the situation. I think I'm pretty spot on with what I said earlier, but I do kind of understand this user for saying that she already booked everything. She mentioned that booked a house with 4 bedrooms because this friend and my maid of honor both asked for a room alone. So you already booked it. Of course, you could easily cancel a booking appointment. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know if any fees will be involved, anything about that. But so you already booked the room. The friend already said that they would be in Madrid for 2 days of the 3 days of your vacation. Not vacation, your wedding. Bachelorette party. Sorry. So it's like, it's still very rude to call her insensitive and, because you don't understand the situation. You say you understand the situation, but you don't. This child has an ear infection. Obviously, he's not going to get better in 2 days. Sure, he may be always sick based on what you said from this post, but her child comes first. It's an emergency. It's a medical issue. You think she's going to drop everything to come to your bachelorette party? This isn't your actual wedding. This is just a bachelorette party. Bachelorette party. I understand it means a lot to you and that you've been friends with this person for 7 years, but if you guys kind of drifted apart, why do you expect so much out of her when she can't, when she has a valid reason of not coming, if you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. But yeah, I feel like that's really rude. You are being kind of a bridezilla. I would say cut her some slack. I feel like when it comes to any situation and someone comes up with like last minute reasons why they can't go, the best way to go about it is to be empathetic and offer an ear and be like, oh, I understand. Completely take your time. Because why are you like coercing people into coming this when it's not that big of an issue and you could easily cancel a booking appointment for whatever? I know you may be excited because this is your bachelorette party and it's like, you want your friends to be there, blah, 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 but it's still not a valid reason to call her rude things, especially if this is a person you've been friends with for 7 years. I personally would never do such a thing to someone, but yes, you are the a-hole in this situation. Hopefully you know how to go about it in a different way next time. Anyways, that is the end of this video. Like I said, I only chose 2 because I already can see that this video is like 14 minutes long by now. But yeah, I do feel better reading through these situations and trying to offer my 2 cents because I feel like I try to give advice, and it makes me feel good to give advice even though it's completely unsolicited, but this is a public forum, so I'm gonna say what I want and post it on YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and what I had to say. If you disagree with me, let me know, and how I should have maybe looked at the situation. I hope I dissected the information well enough. I'm sorry if you hear any background noises. There's some maintenance going on outside. But anyways, I hope you guys are all doing very well. Oh, so about my writings, these are my 2 stories. I'll put them up on the screen. I just got finished editing In Another Lifetime. Not just. It was actually quite a while ago. I don't know why I'm saying just, but I finished editing that story around a couple weeks ago, and I posted it on Wattpad, Writers Cafe, Amazon KDP, Lulu, which is another ebook site, and I think Scribd, and Barnes & Noble Press, which is like another ebook site. I am working on getting the Amazon KDP for my book to be completely free, because it's the minimum amount you can put it is for 99 cents, which is kind of like really finicky, but I feel like after uploading my book on Barnes & Noble Press, I'll be able to request for my book to be free. So hopefully by the time this video is up, that book is free. So if you guys would like to read it, I definitely would love and appreciate the interaction, as they are on all these websites. I'll link them again. And then my other book, Hopefully Yours, is still being in the process of editing. Oh my gosh, that's such a tongue twister, but it's still in the process of getting edited. And it's posted on Wattpad and Writers Cafe. And I've been posting it after I edit it each time. I would really appreciate any interaction, or if you could simply just read it. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I have petitions that I've been linking from my past videos. They will be linked below again. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Am I the A-hole situation with I Didn't Ask for Yappuccino. See you guys in the next video. Hello you guys, this is Yash from the future. I am here to provide you guys with a little bit of an update, because I filmed this video around 3 to 4 months ago, so various things have changed, and I'll keep it short since we're nearing the end of this video, but I'll be making like a 2024 reflection video in which I'll be providing you guys with like more thorough updates about what has gone on in the past 3 to 4 months. But so I had to put YouTube on the back burner because I was dealing with school and just didn't have time to squeeze in filming like anything. And as well as I was also waiting for my books to be like published for free, which required like a lot of time of waiting. But now everything is done, so I wanted to let you guys know that my story, In Another Lifetime and Hopelessly Yours, are officially free on Amazon KDP. So I'll link all those descriptions down below. Definitely check those out if you definitely want to read it. When I filmed this video, my story Hopelessly Yours was in the works and was only published on Wattpad and Writers Cafe, but now it is published on all sorts of different platforms. So I'll link those down below. Definitely check them out because it's a lot. On top of that, I also started a new story. Are we surprised? It's called Only One for Me. It'll be right here. This one is in the works. I'm currently publishing it on Wattpad and Writers Cafe. I'll also link them down below. Definitely check them out if you're interested. These stories all circulate around romance, so definitely check that out if you're interested. I keep saying that. It's been a while since I've filmed, so my like presentation, execution, like speaking skills aren't as good. I'm kind of back to square one, but you know, I definitely want to get better at that, so we're gonna, keep working. In this video, I also mentioned that I published my book on Barnes & Noble Press. I have a bone to pick with them because things did not work out whatsoever. My book is published on Barnes & Noble, but not Barnes & Noble Press. I don't really know what the difference is, but I tried to get it published on Barnes & Noble Press, which required a lot of time. The set time they gave me was 72 hours, and I waited like 2 months, and I contacted them again, and I was like, yo, is my story getting, it's like they go through like a vetting process to like confirm that you're like a real person trying to upload an ebook. And I had no issues with Amazon, but for Barnes & Noble Press, I was having a lot of issues. And then they got back to me saying that I failed to like go through the vendorship, I don't know, whatever the heck it's called. Like I wasn't able to like publish because I didn't like some sort of like personal information, and I had to like put in my like social security number and things like that to like get those confirmed. And they said I failed, and they're just like, oh, we have the right to remain our like privacy, we can't tell you the details, nor will you be able to publish ever again. Which is like, what? I know like I didn't read the terms and conditions, but like that's kind of shady. I feel like that's really shady. Let me know if you guys are dealing with the same thing if you try to like publish on Barnes & Noble Press, but like that's really shady. And I told them like, hey, could you like get rid of the personal information I lended you? And they're like, no, you signed this when you made an account, blah blah blah. And it's just like, all right, okay. So that didn't work out, but it's fine because I have loads of other domains and websites that my book is published on, which is great. I'll link those down below, so if you guys are interested, definitely take a look. Other than that, I will be providing a reflection of like what's been going on lately, especially how life has been for me these past 2 to 3-ish to, why do I keep saying 2? 3 to 4 months that I've been gone. I have a lot to say, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'm a little apprehensive about filming a video on that because I feel like I'm going to be chatting a lot, and I don't think that my phone has the storage to like encompass all of that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope the holiday season is bringing you a lot of happiness and warmth. It's literally the middle of December. As you can see, the sun is shining. It was literally raining so hard this morning, but now it's all sunshine and rainbows. But yeah, with the state I'm living in, it's not cold at all. So, but if you guys are cold, be warm, stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.